Hi, my name is Seun Akinfolarin, a director of Civic Media Lab, and I'm just here to talk about an issue that a lot of Nigerians are aware of. Now we hear in the news that 10.5 million Nigerians are out of school. We know of the dilapidated state of Nigerian schools. But what is the effort made so far? And what can we do about it? The Nigerian government introduced the Universal Basic Education Program, and it was supposed to provide free primary and secondary school education from primary school to JS3 for all Nigerians. Prior to that, we inherited the British educational system at independence, and it was grossly unpopular with the Nigerian public. But during the 1970s, we laid the foundation for our own educational policy, and it was in 1976 that we had the Universal Primary Education Program, which was launched, and it was widely unsuccessful. So ever since then, we have been trying to perfect our educational policy, and part of the effect of that is bringing into law the UBEC. The brilliant solution we had in 2004 was the UBEC Act, the UBE Act, which created the Universal Basic Education Commission, which was a wonderful idea for the federal government to support the state governments in basic education. And this was through a grant system where the state governments will provide 50% of the funds, and the federal government provide another 50%. But it was to be a matching grant. So unless the state governments produce their own 50%, they will not access 50% from government. And the federal government has done its own part. The money from the federal government had always been available, but the state government has a lot of times failed to provide their own counterpart funding. So having learned this lesson and some other lessons over the last couple of years, we decided, okay, fine. How do we ensure that the UBEC achieves its goal? UBEC cannot be working or working effectively, and we will continue to have a deteriorating state of basic education in Nigeria. So what can happen? That's why in 2017, there was an Amend UBEC Act that was proposed to basically address the feedback that had been gotten over the years on implementation of UBEC. One, that the state government could not afford the matching grants for whatever reason. That two, we had to increase the number of years spent in school from 9 years to 12 years. The reason being that at 9 years of education, which happens to be like 14 years, this is when these children are at puberty, and the period in their lives that we need to keep them in school, that we have to ensure that they are properly guided. And that is exactly the time when we allow them go out of school with a certificate. So it was very important to ensure that from 9 to 12 years, we ensure we keep them in an educational system. So that's the second thing that we're supposed to achieve with the Amend UBEC Act. And the third thing is to increase the funding of education, the support that will be given by the federal government from 2% to at least 5%. We all know that the Nigerian educational system basic educational system is not great. So this is the time to make that sacrifice. So we pushed that 5% of the Consolidated Revenue Fund should be made available for basic education. According to an April 2018 analysis of the National Legislative Studies, National Assembly of most countries are already revising the act to expand the scope of free and compulsory education. For instance, Malawi has expanded the coverage to 17 years. I think Nigeria can learn something from that. It shows that everybody is thinking about what to do for their children. Shortly after the visit of Malala Yusuf in 2017, a bill was proposed in the House to amend the UBEC Act. It basically got all the feedback from 13 years of running the program, and all that was put in the bill so that it can make it more efficient. Thankfully, July 2000, it was passed, but in the Senate. Now it's in the House of Representatives, and we're waiting and appealing to the House of Representatives to please pass this bill so that it can be a presidential assent and we can help to improve the fortunes of these children. If we go into the election cycle, we might lose this opportunity, and the 8th National Assembly might lose the opportunity as well of saying they were able to achieve this for our children. So UBEC has been in existence now for 13 years, for over 13 years. We have learned from UBEC, but what can we say is the success of UBEC when we still have out of school children and we have dilapidated structures? The performance of students are not anything to write home about. Even the ministers and president, the present president of Nigeria has made this particular comment. So it's no secret that something has to be done about the educational system. We appeal to the House of Representatives. We appeal to Honorable Dogara that they should quickly expedite the processes and pass this bill so that we can celebrate it as an achievement of the 8th National Assembly. So these are the issues, and we're calling on the public to also join their voices and ensure that we achieve this before the 8th National Assembly is dissolved. Thank you.